Later on today, we are expecting to hear from Texas Governor Greg Abbott, a press conference on the state's ongoing response to that deadly flooding in central Texas. It has been 5 days since those rushing floodwaters devastated the hill country, and many people are still missing.
Here's the latest from officials so far. 104 people have lost their lives, with 84 of those deaths occurring in Kerr County. Search efforts will continue today, including the urgent search for 10 campers and a counselor still missing from Camp Mystic.
Firefighters and first responders from across North Texas are on the ground in the hill country helping with that search and rescue effort.
Now, this includes members of the Bedford Fire Department who are embedded with Texas Task Force 1.
We have all members are specifically trained for the swift water rescue. We also deployed one of our rescue boats along with the crew.
Well, that was Bedford Deputy Chief of Operations Tino Paredes. He says the group is in Kerrville region right now, working in shifts around the clock. They work with other teams from around the state, and he says it's hard, grueling work that they are specially trained for.
The weather and the terrain that they're having to deal with, if you can only imagine, the constant water, the emotional and physical demands of team members.
Paredes says his team will likely remain in the hill country until those waters recede. But this morning, the questions of accountability are continuing to grow louder.
Oh, yeah. Chris Sadeghi live this morning in studio. Chris, the focus is now turning to what must be done to prevent something like this from happening again.
Yeah, Karen, our Investigates team dug into it and found that there was an attempt to get sirens in Kerr County about 10 years ago, but it failed. The effort came in the aftermath of the deadly floods of 2015 that devastated Wimberley. Tom Mosier was a Kerr County commissioner at the time. We spoke to him, and he said they knew after those floods that Kerr County was prone to the same type of disaster. So in 2016, county commissioners, the city of Kerrville, and the Upper Guadalupe River Authority formed a flood river steering committee. They conducted a $50,000 engineering study and applied for a state grant worth $1 million that would have paid for sirens and river gauges, but the state denied the grant. We spoke to Mosier yesterday, and he thinks the sirens would have helped, although probably not prevented tragedy completely.
We were not successful, bottom line. I don't think it would have saved everybody. I really don't. It would have helped probably a lot of people, okay? But it wouldn't have been 100% effective.
And Governor Greg Abbott will speak in Kerrville at 5 p.m. this afternoon. We'll see if he mentions anything about the warning systems, but we also know from history that it's not just Kerrville that could use sirens like these. As Mariel Ruiz explains, that entire area prone to flooding.